Hey, Chris, welcome back to Vegas. How are you feeling?
Thank you. It feels good to be back.
Does it feel different being a main event?
Just giving a little bit more media, Other than that, and the reality that it's 2 more rounds, it's all the same.
How different was your training camp, if at all, for that?
You know, uh, yes and no, a little bit different, not too much. We've always been training for 5 round fights. That's what our strength coaches and everything. We're all striving for the 5 round fights. So, in essence, I was almost like getting ready for that no matter what. So, it just highlighted it more.
The card was originally supposed to be in China. Now it's here in Vegas. Is there a little bit of relief that you're kind of on your own home turf this time?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a beautiful experience to experience the Chinese culture, in person. Uh, that would have been a nice experience. But given the fact that we weren't able to do it, and it's here. Yeah, I'm not going to get mad over that 15-hour plane trip that we don't have to do.
And you probably have to pay less taxes, I would imagine, too, right?
Correct. Yeah, they're like 30-40% in taxes. Not good.
What do you think of the matchup?
I think it's a good matchup. It's a tough task at both ends, but I'm well prepared. I have a good team behind me, a good support system, and I believe I have the tools to win.
And right now you're the underdog. Does that give you a little bit more pressure, or does that give you a little bit of more motivation?
Been the underdog my whole life in everything I've done. It's no different.
And how do you spend the end of the year after this fight? How are you going to spend the rest of the year?
Just be with my family, be with my lady, see my parents. All the efforts still go to me, still trying to see my son, who's still, alienated out of my life. So that's still an uphill battle. So still got that going as well.
And going into 2024, how would a win on Saturday night kind of propel you for 2024?
I think it pushes me closer to a title fight, So I think I bring something, something exciting to the division, a different style, a different meaning to it. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm blessed to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Fighting two Chinese fighters back to back. What's up?
I don't know. I don't think they liked the first one, so they give me a second one. Yeah, it is what it is,
Now that you had some time to digest, how important was that win over Alatang in October? Coming off it wasn't your first UFC loss, but it was your first one in a while, and I know that one kind of stung you. So how nice was it to get back in the win column?
Of course, especially where in a sport where you're judged by your last fight. You can win. It's not like soccer where you have 100+ games a season and you lose 10 and they don't care. They almost forgot. In fighting, you can win 10 fights and you lose one and you suck and you should just give up and the world hates you and has an opinion on you. Yeah, I mean, it feels good to get back in the win column, of course. Reality is your job's always on the line. So you got to win.
Did you feel that backlash from the fans, from your fellow fighters that, you're out on this win streak and then you get this big step up, you lose, then everyone just forgets about your win streak that you were just on?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and say that, no. I got a lot of shit talked to me online, because of that. But, I didn't pay attention to it. I had to refocus and change some things up. And, and I believe I was able to do that and showcase that in my last fight.
Obviously, there are arguments that you have the best leg kicks in the UFC. Are those going to be one of your biggest weapons this Saturday to slow Song down, slow his power down, slow his movement down?
Yeah, of course. If he leaves his leg out there, I'll take it. Reality is he's gonna try to punch a hole through my face, and I'm gonna try to kick a hole through his face. So that's the reality. We two good strikers, meeting and two different styles clashing. I don't know. To me, I look at it as it's a beautiful thing.
And, it's been nice few weeks for Factory X. Last week Cody got a big win that he really needed. Your next time main event, Brandon next week. Just how does it feel, representing Factory X and just having the kind of high that you guys are on right now?
It's a beautiful thing, I was saying it earlier. It's nice to be around people that you can see doing well in their personal life and then changing their lives in their career, So I've been able to watch, two of my teammates, Jonathan Yusuf, change their lives and do great things, and to watch Cody go, his last, fight, and then to go and slam someone and get a bonus, and then kind of rewrite that wrong, and just see him bettering his life, physically, financially, and spiritually, and all. I just think it's a beautiful thing to watch. We're watching ourselves change our lives, and every day.
And then finally, I asked you in October. I'm sure it hasn't changed, but Brandon Royval, is he bringing back the title to Factory X?
Yeah, it's not changing. Yeah, Colorado's going to have a new flyweight champion.
Awesome, thanks, Chris.
How's it different headlining a UFC card as opposed to in the past when you headline like LFA? How's this week been different? And maybe just in terms of how you deal with this event and where you are in your career to where it was back then.
Can you repeat it?
This event, obviously headline first time in the UFC, big major thing, but you've been there before. You've headlined at events before. How is it different, the feel going into this fight week as opposed to maybe it was back in LFA when maybe it was like some of the first times when you're going up for a headline main event?
The UFC is the biggest promotion, is the best fighters in the world. So, it's like, being in like the World Cup or like the NFL. You finally make it, and now you're fighting for a chance to, play in the finals. And, that's how I look at it. And so, it's not different, but it is, it's just my first main event in the UFC, so it's uncharted, territory for me. And it's almost a scary feeling in a way, and I'm okay with admitting that. But, I'm not here. I'm not here by luck. I'm not here because I was given, chance after chance. I literally fought and clawed my way to be where I'm at, and so I can rest on that. I don't cheat my way. I don't take shortcuts, and so I'm happy where I'm at. I haven't said that in a while, but I'm happy.
At what point at fight night does not the scaredness, because I know none of you guys are scared, but at what point in night do the jitters go away? What time does the nervousness go away? At what point?
Who says they're not scared? Man, that's the biggest bullshit. People are, you know what? Maybe I can't speak for everybody, but I'm scared shitless. It's just the reality, right? You're putting yourself in a very vulnerable position. You're going out there to fight, half naked in front of millions of people, and the world is just. Unfortunately, we live in a world where people are just waiting for your downfall, and everyone's got an opinion of you. So, we're putting ourselves in a very vulnerable position. So to say you're not afraid, I think that's almost you like trying to mask something. No, accept it, I think the difference is I know who I am as a person. I know where I come from. I know the task at hand, and I know what I'm here to do, and I know the goal I'm after. I know where I want to be in life, and this is just another opportunity to get there. It's a tough task, but it's a tough one for him too.
Just to go off of that, what is the goal in life? Where is that dream? Where is that end point where you see yourself that you're working, doing all this hard work for? What is that point?
Just striving to be a better man. I just being a better man, doing better things. Just not giving in to all the bullshit, and just trying to change a generational curse. That's for me. That's where I see myself. I want to have my faith better with God. My relationship better with my parents, my brothers, my lady, my friends, my coaches. Always striving just to be a better person for myself, so I can be a better person for the people that need me.
That's awesome. When you look on paper, you got a lot of TKO finishes. You got a lot of KO finishes. He's got a lot of KO finishes. He's got a lot of TKO. Is there any possibility that this fight gets to the ground? And should it happen, who's got the better skill set on the ground?
I guess we'll have to see, right? I mean, that's yeah. I mean, we both like to strike. We both like to stand. Um, but I'm a mixed martial artist at the end of the day. If we have to go to the mat, so be it. It's not like I'm a stranger down there.
Sure.
It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to to test our skills out in all aspects. So that's why I said sport's very beautiful because you learn about a lot about yourself. After every camp, after every fight. So yeah, it'd be nice to see what transpires in the fight.
Last thing for me, I'm sure you visualized the end to this fight, but what for you? What needs to happen on Saturday to make sure that you get your arms raised?
Stay focused, stay present, and just be where my feet are at all times. And have the courage that I need when the time is right. So.
I love that phrase, be where the feet are. Can you kind of elaborate on that? Is it just about staying in the present, staying in the moment, not getting out of your head? Or, elaborate on that for me.
Yeah, just, being in tune where you are, being focused, being 100% where you're at. I think, like I said, I've seen, to be where I'm at, man, I'm so blessed to be here. Because, like I said, many dream, but many will never get this opportunity. And so I've seen people come and go, and so I don't take it for granted. So that's why I'm all in. I'm present, and I'm excited.
Best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Chris, right here. Obviously, talking about fear, emotions, everything pulling at your mind. On Instagram, you had posted something about controlling your mind over your emotions. With everything, with all that being said, how do you fortify your mind, considering this being your biggest opportunity yet?
Say that last part again.
How have you fortified your mind through this process, considering this is possibly your biggest opportunity yet in the UFC?
Yeah, in a way, this is the biggest fight of my career, but at the same time, it's not. I truly believe the daily battles, that I win on the daily help me get to where I'm at. So, that's just what it is, I think the daily battles that I battle daily, those small moments help propel me and get me to where I need to be. So, in a sense, this is an important fight, but not as important as the ones that I deal with on the daily,
100%, and not everybody acknowledges it, and there's not necessarily one key moment, but sometimes there are for some people. You talk a bit about those little moments that add up. Do you care to share what are some of those things that constantly are in your mind but help you prevail and keep going forward?
Yeah. Yeah, I always think of the situation with like my son, that's obviously a really big, thing in my life that, my son is alienated from me, he lives an hour away and I have no ties to him. So I can go two ways. I can go off the deep end and be that, and go down that route, and that's it's a route I choose not to go because I've been almost to the point of no return, and so I don't want to self-destruct no more. I want to in a sense self-manifest. So with obviously that stuff always lingering on me, all the temptations, all the bad thoughts that come over, I try to daily fight those and fight for the good and try to give peace where it needs to be and forgiveness where it needs to be forgiven.
And last thing for me, looking at that hope that you have in your faith and looking at this fight going forward, what excites you most about the opportunity?
I think the message that I'm sending on this platform is beautiful. To all the little kids growing up in the inner city, to all the younger generation, coming up from a rough upbringing, with discipline and hard work, you can reach your dreams. You can go from, you're the author of your book. So be the hero of your own story, and I think that's the the message that I want to send is that I I got tired of waiting for a hero to show up, so I decided to be my own hero.
Awesome. Thank you. Good luck Saturday.
Thank you.